everyone, I'm Alexa, and you are watching Hello Perfect TV, the place where we are redefining perfection and inspiring you to accomplish your dreams. So, today I wanted to talk about fitting in, about being yourself, about this advice that our parents give us since we're little. Be yourself, and everyone will love you. Just act like yourself, and you'll fit in. But of course, as we grow up, we realize that's not the case. Being yourself is probably the worst advice anyone could give us because we don't know how to. And I wrote the blog post yesterday about living in New York City and how it's the complete opposite of what I felt growing up. The more different you are, the more you fit in. The more unique you are, the more people want to get to know you and be your friend and talk to you. But growing up in the suburbs, you go to a school that everyone knows everyone, and you are trying to fit in so badly with the different groups. And it is a lot like Mean Girls. There are cliques, they are stereotypes, and it's hard to just not believe in that because you don't want to go through your whole school years being alone. So I still believe that you should always be yourself, but I want to give you the advice that would actually work. And this advice is that you can't force yourself to be someone that you're not. And the reason that being yourself is so hard is because you don't know who you are. I'm 22 years old and I'm still figuring out who I am. And I think that's a thing that we're going to develop throughout our whole life, figuring out who exactly we are. And as we age, the better we know ourselves. But when you're in high school, when even college, middle school especially, we're all going through this hard phase of trying to fit in. So what we need to do is not try so hard. And I'm not going to give you the advice to be yourself. The advice I'm going to give you is that the more it feels like you're trying, the more you feel not like yourself and uncomfortable, that's when you know it's wrong, and that's when you should stop and not do that just to fit in. Because you trying so hard to be something that you just know you're not, it's not going to make you happy, and it's not going to include you into that group. It might include you for a week or two until those people in the group decide to kick you out. Because in middle school, I just moved to a new town, and I was trying so hard to fit in. I became a skater. I became ghetto. I started to do things that wasn't me just because I wanted to fit in. And you realize that you're never going to be that person. So why do you want to be that person for that short of time just to get hurt or just to be pushed out or just to be bullied? So take the advice to try your best to just be content with who you are and where you are. And with that contentment, you'll find that group of friends. And it might not be the group that you aspire to be in, but that group that you aspire to be in is not going to be the group that makes you happy. And sooner or later, you'll look back and you'll figure out that I should have not wasted my time with them. Because that's what I figured out. When I went through a lot of bullying in middle school, and there was no point. I could have been with the group of people that were like me and not trying so hard to be something that I wasn't. And while you're growing up, it's okay to think that being yourself doesn't work. And the only reason that you think that is because you don't know who you are yet. But sooner or later, you will find out. And remember, there's a whole world out there of people, and people that are just like you, and people that will love the things that you love to do and love you for you. And I'm not just saying that. I found my best friend freshman year, random roommate in college. I never had a best friend before that. I always tried to have a best friend, but you can tell it's not there, and I tried so hard to make it there, and it just wasn't. But it's okay because she's in my life now. And it's the same with a whole new group of friends. I'm in New York City. I don't have a group of friends yet, But because everyone's so diverse here and there's so many different groups of people, I don't feel the slightest bit of pressure to change who I am just to find that group of friends quicker. Because that won't make me happy. Because I'm not going to be that person. I am who I am and I'm not going to change. I'm going to change by growing, but it's not going to change who I am inside. And I have to stay true to who I am, and eventually the people that are supposed to be in my life will come into my life. And I believe that, and you have to believe that in order to feel content with where you are and not that pressure to try to be something you're not. And that's my advice on how to be yourself. Continue the conversation by leaving a comment below. Follow us at Hello Perfect on Twitter and stay updated with all of our feel-good advice and insider tips as well as giveaways by subscribing to our newsletter at helloperfect.com. See you guys later.